Clint did stand up again. Another open mic. Let's get some yays and some cheers.
Hold on, it's good.
Oh my god!
There it is.
After
Come
we just
on.
complimented his hat. There we go.
Yeah, wait for applause.
Yeah. Just like when you did stand up.
Wait, what do you think they'll say about you?
Well, nothing good.
Oh no!
It'd be
A lot of
like
comments like good riddance.
exactly. If it was on,
It's about time.
if we were to post that on like our page, it'd be like, well, at least he's finally stopped talking.
Their son has a Simon Scream door.
Dang.
Sneaking out late. He has no idea.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know either.
Feels like one of those nights. We just the whole scene, Caesar.
We're
I
not.
just know the catchy parts.
Okay.
We're not Taylor Swift fans in here.
All right. Well, I don't know about you.
Two of the three of us are not Taylor Swift fans in here. So,
But I know you were trouble when you walked in.
Okay.
Caesar, give us.
Hello and welcome to the 61st episode of the 30s podcast. My name is Clint.
My name is Uncle Marcus.
Hello, Uncle Marcus.
What's going on, Clint?
We got producer Caesar here.
Hey, everybody.
We are his top 6 podcasts out of the 5 that he does.
Hey, we're on the top.
It's a great time. It's a great
It's
time.
something. I like being top.
You like being topped?
Yeah.
Nice.
Since my,
We're still in the good.
Hey, we're
still in the
MySpace.
first 5. Yeah.
I'm so bad at this.
It's fine. I didn't say anything bad.
Yeah.
So I've only heard about that recently. And then today someone was like, oh, it's been like that for a few years.
It has.
And I'm like, yeah, but everyone's complaining about it now.
Yeah.
See, I've been aware of it, but I just know, like, there's no way. Especially for me, unless, like I told him last week, he starts bleeping me.
Which I did.
You did? Okay. I haven't listened
you.
to it back yet. Except for the raw footage, so I could do it. But it is a thing. It is unfortunately a thing that's what YouTube does, and I don't know if the other platforms do it too, like Spotify or whatever. But
I don't know.
YouTube
Do they
does.
care?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't think Spotify cares.
Yeah, I think they
think they
care.
do.
Apple Podcast probably doesn't care. I think that's the only things that we're on
Yeah. That we care about.
that we care about. So
Google.
yeah, we got to be good.
Google? Ooh, Google?
Yeah, well, that's how
Google.
Android people. Well, they listen to
Oh,
Spotify,
yeah,
but
yeah,
also, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is. I don't want to copy JP into like the nice boy time, but we got to be nice boys in here.
Nice boy time. Marcus, you look so nice.
Oh, thank you.
See, there we go.
Thanks.
That's a nice
I'm on
boy.
it. It's a nice
Yes.
boy. I like
You know,
Caesar's hat. It looks cool.
I was
Thank you,
gonna
thank
say I thought Caesar's hat looked very nice today, and
Thank you.
I'm
It's
gonna
got
we're
the,
gonna add a picture of it right
yeah.
here so you can see it as well. It's a cool hat. It's a cool
Caesar
hat.
photo.
You
Yeah.
got that old
it is.
Macintosh logo on it.
It's a real one from back in the day.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
there you go. Let's get a picture of it.
All right, we'll take a picture of it and
Vintage.
add it to the video if you're watching. Yeah, I think you look nice as well. We both got
you.
nice, summery.
Colors.
Yes, nice summer colors on. I'm wearing this flower thing, and you've got whatever you want to call that. So
The stripes.
the stripes, the nice
Yes.
summer stripes.
Stripes. Ba-dum-ba-doo.
So this episode is going to be called Clint Returns to Stand Up.
Here we are.
That's what I want to call it, because I want to talk about you doing stand up, because Clint did stand up again, another open mic. Let's get some yays and some cheers.
Hold on, it's good.
Oh my god!
There it is.
After
Come
we just
on.
complimented his hat. There we go.
Yeah, wait for applause.
Yeah. Just like when he did
around.
stand up.
Still waiting. Oh
He
my
built in the
God.
applause breaks to his set, and then he was like, okay, and then they started cheering.
Like, Caesar, you need to come with the sound effects so that I can feel better about myself.
Do you write in punchline breaks for your set?
I don't know. I think when I'm like, it depends, like certain jokes. Like the last night I didn't really do like one-liners.
Okay.
I guess one-liners you really do.
You did
Where you're
narrative
like,
stuff?
okay, I got to pause for this.
Uh-huh.
I mean, when I would hear some laughter, I would stop, but there's like, I'm like, I don't know if these dudes are going to laugh because it's mostly dudes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm probably just going to just blaze through it.
Right.
So I think that's when I feel like I just need to just keep going is when I say, oh, I'm not going to really break.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes if you just blaze through, you forget what you're going to say next
Yeah.
because you're going too fast.
Yeah.
So I think pacing is still a big thing.
Yeah. So tell me how it went.
So it was interesting. I recognized some of the people there,
Okay. Some regulars.
some regulars.
Which you're one of those now too.
I guess I am. Yeah, they know my name. Like,
Hell yeah.
hey, what's up?
Mhm.
And so the first people that went up were these two women One of them, she was in like her 70s.
70s?
Yeah, so she did some old women jokes.
7-year-old open micer?
Yeah, and
It's
I
never
was
too
like,
late. It's never
like,
too late.
I was honestly just like she's adorable.
What were
Look
her
at her
jokes?
doing this. It's just stuff about like
Like
medicine
grandkids? Oh.
and like it was probably better for an audience of not like 30-year-old dudes
Yeah.
who are not trying
There
to
needed
listen
to
to
be some
everybody else.
70-year-old ladies in the audience.
Yeah, like it's not. These guys aren't like they also like they weren't the most enthusiastic dudes.
Okay.
Some of them were.
Uh-huh.
Some were okay.
Yeah.
But then even when they went up, I'm like, dude, you want to like get another breath in there?
Uh-huh.
Like, do you want to like maybe do a louder voice or something?
Right.
Like, get some energy into yourself.
Is
Like,
this a
come on,
free
man.
show?
Well, you
for the
paid
audience?
$5 to do
Okay.
$5.
Okay.
Do 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, I
Which
meant
is
for
nice.
the audience. Do they pay to get
Well,
in?
like my friend came in, it's $10.
Oh, okay.
to, like,
So they're
help them
paying
out.
for a show. They're not just
Yeah.
like, what is this? And walk
Yeah.
in. Okay.
Yeah, so they're paying for
Okay,
it.
so some old broad went first.
Old broad, and then two guys. One guy was pretty monotone, but I liked it. Kind of in like the what's his name? The guy from HBO. I'm blanking his name. I'll remember it later.
There's a lot of guys on
But, like,
HBO.
No, the more recent show where they're
the guy that's in all the memes right now.
yeah. Or God damn it, I hate that I forget his name.
The one that's
It's
like,
the-
did you? Or what is it?
Tim Robinson?
no
Oh.
Oh, so that's
the
Netflix.
rehearsal.
Okay.
Oh,
The rehearsal.
Nathan Fielder.
Nathan Fielder. Like
Oh,
he was very
okay.
Nathan Fielder.
Shout
Like
out.
Nothing for you.
so I was
Yeah.
here today, and I'm like okay, that's fine. Like if that's like your normal voice, like go for it. But
Right.
just to like entertain myself, I can't be like doing that voice.
Okay.
I had to just go in whatever.
Maybe that's part of
way I
his performance.
Yeah,
He's doing.
I'm like okay, that's cool.
All right.
Good for you, dude. But then when you're like monotone and then it doesn't land, it
Mhm.
hurts way more.
Yeah.
The pain.
Mhm.
And then seeing my friend watch it, I'm just like, oh, she's not liking this. This is not. I'm like, and then it makes it harder to invite people
Yeah.
when the other dudes are bombing and just talking about gross stuff that we can't say in the first 5 minutes. And
Well,
we
5
passed
minutes
it.
over,
We passed it.
So
We're
fuck,
good,
fuck,
we're good.
fuck.
Stupid cock and puss jokes. Like, come on, man. Like,
You know, it is
don't
kind of the drawback or like the bad part of the open mics is that some of them are very bad.
yeah.
So when like you want to try and pack the room, it's like you guys can just stay for me and then leave because you don't have
Yeah.
to. Some of them are gonna really bomb,
And you feel it.
and it's almost like
ugh.
like you feel bad about it because they're like, oh, this poor person is just on stage, light being
Yeah.
blasted on them, and none of us are laughing, and they're trying to make us laugh,
Yeah.
so it just feels painful.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why the Flappers one, it's like, I just wish more people I knew came because it was like a guaranteed of no bombers
Yeah, yeah.
because they were picked by my friend.
Mhm.
And because when it's open mic, you just don't know.
Right.
You just don't know anything that's going to happen.
No, could be someone for the first time who doesn't really.
Yeah. And he wants to talk
Doesn't
about
know.
his Adderall issues. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to hear this.
Are they throwing the one that always gets me is like a dead baby joke or like
Yeah.
you can never really make that. I would probably laugh at a well crafted dead baby joke, but most people are not.
And you can't do that first.
no,
lot
you
of-
can't. you can't
problem
open with the
was,
dead baby.
A lot of these guys were doing that kind of joke first. And I'm like,
Yeah, you got to build up to that.
Yeah.
yeah, you got to weave it in there.
You got to get them kind of like moving in their seats a little bit.
Yeah,
and
like-
then you throw a dead baby at them.
Yeah, like I was at
Throw it at
Not
the
literally.
improv. I was, me and my girl were doing great. Then someone threw the baby out with the bathwater, and it's like, okay,
Oh.
weaved it in that some way, but
Yeah. All right.
yeah, that's the harder part because I could tell. Oh, she is not liking all these jokes. Because one guy had one where he's like losing his virginity, and he's like, "That didn't last long. Does that mean I'm gay?" Like that kind of stuff. And I'm like, "Come on, man."
Yeah.
Like, and also if you're gonna be dirt, it should at least be a funny, dirty
That's not even-
circumstance.
It's not even funny because that's just how it happens.
And it's like it's just sort of too real.
That's just a fact. It's
Yeah.
not nothing. It doesn't last long. Even
Yeah.
when you're older, it doesn't last long
Yeah,
sometimes.
like-
so.
Any sexual encounters that I've had that were funny, I would talk about. Like,
Yeah.
like when a girl tried to jump on my lap in my car, and my car's too small, and I said no, no, no.
Oh.
She hops on it, hits the horn goes off, and a cop comes by. Like that's That's where I was
man.
like,
Did that actually
that's
happen
funny.
to you?
That did happen. I was like, no, officer.
What did the officer do?
He was like, hey, what's up? I was like, sorry, I told her not to do it.
So she was still on your
Shit,
lap?
anyways. Yeah, and I was like, ugh, still trying to get her off.
She was trying to get you off. You were trying to get her off.
And I'm just like, why did the horn have to go off? Like, come on.
Your mom listens to this, so
Yeah, well,
Funny story.
It's a funny story, and I'm also okay saying it because then nothing happened because
yeah, because of the cop.
of that and the
Cop
horn.
killed the mood.
Yeah. Well, the horn too. It's like anyone would have seen what you're doing. Like, nope.
Were you
not
in a
today.
neighborhood?
Huh?
Were you in a neighborhood?
Like in a parking lot?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean it's when you're gone.
You're just getting all into it.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, but or you have one of those cars. You know, car horns sound kind of different between cars. The ones that like,
Mhm.
like little toots.
And my old one, dude, it would have been really
I
loud.
don't know why that's funny.
My older car.
It's just like,
Like mine today.
yeah, oh my God.
We almost died, Caesar.
What happened?
Circling.
I wrote it down. I didn't want to forget. We almost got into a car accident on the freeway. We're in a lane. We drove here together today. We were in a lane, and this guy just was going into us, like
He's gonna
merging
get
and
us.
like going like this, and like
While we're in the carpool lane, trapped.
Oh my god.
yeah, and it was just like there's
Didn't
nowhere to
see
go, and like we were
Yeah.
driving pretty fast, so Clint just hits the horn and
It's a
hits the
baby
brake, and I'm like, ah! I got this. Because it would have been bad if it actually collided. You know,
Mhm.
we wouldn't
I'd be
we wouldn't
really
be here
upset.
right now.
I'd be
Probably
so upset.
we'd be a little late, or just be
Yeah.
like, fuck it, we're not coming in today.
That's hilarious.
I'm glad we made it for this
Glad we
podcast.
made
Because
it.
we're alive.
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I don't think he would have died, but it would just, you know,
Would've
it
been
would have
very-
been a major inconvenience for Clint since it's his car.
And you would be hit first.
But I think we would have been fine. I don't.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Marcus is like, I would just gone about my day after that.
I
You'd be the one with the
I leave Clint to deal with it,
injury.
and I Uber here. Just like, I'll do a solo today.
Don't worry, I got it split.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then there was some weird traffic, and it's like, oh, almost happened again.
It was a weird
damn
day
it.
on the road today. But we're here. We made it.
We're alive.
Back to stand up though. How did you? We have a little bit of. We have a clip of you actually going up.
Oh wow.
Do you want to watch it?
Should we do it right now?
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen this.
Okay.
You haven't seen this?
No, I watched just to make like for a second. But
I haven't rewatched
You haven't seen it either? Okay, well, let's see.
So it's in two parts. Here we
This is
go.
you being brought up on
God.
stage.
Hello. All right, family, let's get
Wait,
into it. I'm gonna call you fam-
What was the song that brought you up?
Prince.
Oh,
I don't
Kiss.
remember.
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah. You don't have
Wanna
to
listen to it
be
again?
beautiful.
Okay. Do you get to choose that?
No.
Oh, okay. you know, strike me as a Prince fan.
Hello. All right, family, let's get into it. Now I'm going to call you family the way that Dominic Toretto would in the Fast and Furious
Fast?
franchise, which I also call White Boys and Latinas. Now, as a proud white boy, there's been something that has trickled into our family in the past 6 days. You might know what I'm talking about if you've been looking at Instagram the past 6 days. A big giant bucket of ranch in the form of glitter and friendship bracelets has been just a continuous feed on my Instagram.
You sound so
And there's only
angry.
one white she-devil that is the culprit, and her name is Taylor Swift. Now, Taylor Swift has made it hard. It used to be, dating in LA used to be like the Hot Ones challenge on YouTube, where, you know, you could date someone white, maybe mixed. It's like a lemon pepper wing. I go, okay, well, your dad's white, so I get this. This is fine. Then you move on to the habanero. And she's got a mom that only speaks Spanish. And you're like, I guess I could do this. I could figure this out. You just smile like Paul Walker, R.I.P. And then you get the bomb, which are the women who both sets of their parents came from other countries, and she has to fight every day against everything, and she will let it out on you in the only language that she could really do it viciously, and it's the one that you don't know. Now, I didn't want to have to do a deep dive into Taylor Swift. Of course, like anyone in high school, you listen to Taylor Swift in high school because you're like, oh yeah, I like that person. Oh, they don't like me. Whatever. I even learned how to play guitar and sing. I did that in the youth room, which this room kind of feels like a youth room, so I feel pretty comfortable singing the song. So I would write a song
like guitar, like, and here we go.
Nowadays, it's more like, oh, yes, you don't. That's fine. I'd write songs like
Look at this person.
22. That's the lady.
That's the old lady. I knew it.
31 with dietary restrictions.
Old lady.
And I'm just so sick, but I got thrown into it because I was at an Angel game the other day.
Oh.
And if you've been in the Angel games recently, because they're $4, they're super cheap. They're cheaper than here.
That was funny. So we have another clip.
Oh, that's where it cut it? Okay.
Yeah, that was good. I like that. It was pretty funny. Super cheap. You were in here.
That was on the spot.
That was good. I like that. Okay, well, should we just watch the other one? It's only another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So is this your whole set? You did a type 5?
Yeah, 5.
Okay.
You'd have to vote for the 7th inning stretch.
What am I doing?
And the only song you could vote for during the 7th inning stretch is a Taylor Swift song. And my friend's like, what's the deal with Taylor Swift? Like, why is this such a big deal? And I'm like trying to not get so into it. And he's just pushing me. He's pushing me. And I'm like, well, look, like, she's doing like 46 songs, which is like 20% of her playbook. And he's like, how do you know that? Well, I'm just Googling it right now. That's all I'm doing. I don't really know. He's like, well, everybody plays their old songs.
Oh, I did do
I'm
an
like,
impression.
yeah, if you're like a one-hit wonder, you're going to play Call Me Maybe every time. Because Carly Rae, I want you to make new music, but I have no idea what you're doing with your life. Like, get back, Carly. Call Me Maybe was amazing. You don't even need 45 of their songs, Carly. But then I looked it up this morning, and in the deep research, I realized that Taylor has turned her persona just into that like teenage girl that she used to be. So essentially, Taylor Swift is like the girl version of Pee Wee Herman, R.I.P. Paul Rubens. You know, because she's basically playing this girl, and she just keeps growing up a little bit. The girl stays the same, growing up a little bit. It's so much so that she can kind of do whatever she wants, and she's not as slutty and gross as the other girls. She could literally get in an orgy and then write a song about it called like Me Plus 5 and like make it full of glitter and just make it sparkle, make it be so fun that 100,000 girls are screaming over, but then Ariana Grande causes adultery with the guy from the Broadway play SpongeBob SquarePants, and she deserves it. She deserves what she gets. But Taylor, oh Taylor, she like, I'm just like, why am I sucked? I'm sucked back into it. God damn it, he did it again. She sucked me back into it. Then I was even listening to some of the music. I'm still like, man, how could you even date that? Because then it's still this girl who, it's like, I was listening to one song where she's talking about like whiskey and alcohol, and it's like if like a 13-year-old was talking about it. I'm a substitute teacher, and when kids talk about stuff they don't understand, you could totally tell. They're like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend. And I'm like, dude, no you don't. You really don't. You got nothing. Oh yeah, you're wrong, Mr. McKay. And I'm like, well, prove it. You're going to be 31 years old, and they're still going to sing the same songs about you, and you're wrong. Sorry, buddy. Well, I'll head out. Thank you, guys. I like lost it at the end. I was like, I don't know where I'm going now.
Oh my God, it's over. Oh, so that's Clint's open mic.
Oh my God.
It was funny. I think the funniest part was the thing on the spot about it cheaper than here.
Yeah, I guess I could pause more. I did kind of.
Yeah, you
like
did
blow
seem a
through
little
it.
distressed, just
A little bit.
and it's hard to tell in the room if like the laughs are what the laughs are, but
Yeah.
maybe you got a little nervous. But I liked it. It was a nice type 5.
Thank you.
There's something there with the Taylor Swift joke.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the Pee Wee Herman stuff, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but like tie in something she does to something he does. So
Yeah.
like, you know how he's kind of like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
The video that I've seen of, I think it can be a clip. The video, that could be a sound bite of me. This video I saw of Taylor Swift, she's just kind of like prancing around on stage
Yeah.
like that. So maybe like
The dance. Yeah. Because Pee Wee does that dance to the song Tequila.
Yeah.
And it's silly, but I swear I've seen Taylor do that.
Yeah, she's pretty silly on stage.
Mhm.
And obviously you brought her up because she's a huge deal right now.
Yeah.
She's on her, well, this is the end of her tour, but because she's here in LA, like we know so many people that are going. Sorry. And it's just like, I'm not hating on Taylor Swift at all. I don't know if I missed it by a little bit because when I first heard of her, you said it's like a high school, it's your high school thing. When I was in high school, she was still singing country music.
Yeah.
So that doesn't have as broader of a grasp or broader of an audience than when she turned into pop, whatever she does now. So I was like, I don't fucking get it. And then like to her, you said like she's in high school. Her lyrics are very juvenile.
Her lyrics are someday I'll be living in a big old castle and all you'll ever be is mean. All you are is mean.
It's a very
and a liar.
Childish.
Like, there's so many, like you could just pick a song and if I went more in depth into that, I think it would work too. Where
right.
You point out a song.
Get a specific song lyric.
The thing I forgot is because Pee Wee Herman, the big line is, I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah.
I know you are, but what? There's like literally a song that sounds like that. And it's just a Taylor Swift version. I know you are, but what am I? It's like every song is like that. You can't argue with it either because it's like arguing with the child.
Yeah, so I don't know if like I feel like I just missed it, or it was like I don't know what this is. And then after I got older, as she turned into this big pop star, I was like, all right, I get it, but I don't like it. But still, like I cannot believe how many people.
It's insane. I literally had to go somewhere to talk about it because it's just nonstop. It was to the point where I didn't want to be on Instagram.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Caesar, but
not
like
hating on it, but
we were talking about on the way here, like how many fucking people are going to these? Because you just did the last couple of nights. Yeah. Like how many people are going to this Taylor? Like you like Taylor Swift? You like Taylor? Like it was just like funny. The barrage of, and it's that Instagram story where it's like you see the top and it's like 20 different stories, but it's all people just recording the show.
Yeah, super
like,
far.
what? Yeah, what are we doing? Like, I don't want to see all this shit, so you just fucking zoom past it or you skip it. Because like, what are you doing? What is it? Why do people do that?
Yeah,
you know how I know that we live in different worlds, us and me and you guys.
No Taylor Swift.
Because mine is Beyonce, not Taylor Swift.
Beyonce.
Because she's on tour too.
Oh shit!
So I get the same. I love Beyonce, so I'm happy to watch it.
I have a Beyonce story later. Is she in LA right now?
She's coming to LA next month. I'm gonna go next month.
Okay. Oh, so you haven't gone yet?
Yeah, she couldn't come yet because she's probably. Is she going to be at the same spot?
Taylor Swift is sold out.
SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, Taylor Swift got it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not hating on it. Like we talked about it in the car.
Makes
like,
sense. Like,
there's no way to hate on it. There's no way to because it's all sold out. Every show is sold out, and everyone's having a good time. And it's not my taste in music, but from what I've seen in the videos, like this is like I'd probably have fun if I went. You know, I would see like this is definitely a performance. I heard it's 3.5 hours.
Yeah. It's nonstop.
I wouldn't stay that long, but
I heard it's nonstop. It's like 46 songs.
Yeah, dude.
It's insane.
That's a long show.
Yeah, and I do get that it's been like 5 years since she performed.
Yeah.
And then she released like 4 albums during COVID. So there's a lot of
music.
music.
Got a big catalog.
To like get back.
Does she have an opener?
I think it was Haim.
So it's longer than
Haim
3.5 hours.
So it must be, yeah.
How long was Haim on stage? Like 30 minutes?
Probably not so long.
Yeah, probably 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes. That's a long show, dude.
Because then they come back for some of the songs, probably.
Damn.
Because they're in a few.
Yeah.
That's a long show.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds exhausting almost.
I guess not for the audience. They probably
they're loving it
because
they're singing the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, that too I noticed in the videos.
Yeah.
The crowd is singing too.
Yeah.
They're loving it.
It doesn't even matter like where you could see Taylor at. You can hear it, everyone singing. So you're like, oh, we're on the chorus.
Yeah, people go outside and park, not even in the thing, right?
Yeah, they saw that.
They tailgate essentially, but
tailgate.
They can. Yeah. Did I miss
Taylor? Tailgate.
What? What am I missing?
Taylor Gate. Oh, never mind. God damn it.
Where's it? Can you boo him, please? Thank you. He turned away.
Tailgate.
Yeah, there's. How is that Taylor?
Taylor. Tailgate. Taylor.
Sorry. We'll cut this out. Yeah, don't put that in your set.
Oh my God.
Yeah, people
depends audience.
True. So the crowd, yeah, it depends. The crowd is sold out, and then whoever is tailgating it, That's
See, it worked. I liked it. God damn. Keep going.
No, it doesn't. So whoever's tailgating, that's even more people listening to it. For it's like people love Taylor Swift. All right, I'm gonna stop saying it because it's not funny. It's not working. But yeah, she's doing the thing, and people love it.
Yeah,
It's hard to hate on it because you really can't.
She's tapped into the inner child in like every girl, at least
Everyone.
in everyone.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just that
Maybe that's what it is.
you didn't get it when you were a child, and so like it might not resonate with your inner child, but there's parts of it that does still with me because I would write songs and I'd be like, well, I like this girl, and then it didn't work out. It's like then you can't live your whole life like that.
Hey, maybe you can.
I'll just come back.
Try writing a song.
I wrote a few songs the other day.
Okay, well, we're not going to do it here.
It's called
Pull out a guitar. Let me sing them for you.
Here we are.
Just like in the Barbie movie, don't pull out a guitar and start strumming unless it's
debatable.
asked of you.
You just might be like Taylor Swift and
no, it's not.
and not end up with anybody in your 30s.
Oh, there you go. Damn.
Maybe so you could be the male Taylor Swift.
That's been my dream
try
for so long.
Mailer Swift?
Mailer Swift. Mailer Swift.
Hey, look, we have a producer here. Write a song.
Okay, I'll
Clint.
get some songs.
Write
down.
a
I thought I was
song.
gonna get that auto-tune machine, so there you go.
I don't
There you
need
go.
auto-tune.
No,
Okay.
he's a brilliant.
I can actually
singer.
sing. What are you talking about?
I didn't know. I haven't heard.
What? You haven't heard my...
So, okay.
In high school, I did a parody of You Belong With Me called You Connect With Me.
What?
It was about connective tissue for my anatomy class.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I did that in high school too. Doesn't mean I'm a good singer.
Well, I haven't heard you sing. We'll do a scene off right now.
Oh God!
I'll sing you off right here, right now.
I don't want to hear that. So, Clint, your homework today, and then I'll give you a couple weeks. Your homework is to write a song
Oh, it's easy.
with your guitar. It's just going to be you, so it's going to be an Clint Unplugged, acoustic Clint. We have our producer here that can help record you,
Yeah.
and then we'll premiere it on the show.
Okay.
And I want you to channel your inner Taylor Swift.
A T Swift song?
Yeah, so the same like juvenile lyrics, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Dang.
Right, and then
Yeah.
maybe it'll go viral. Who knows?
We'll see.
I'll
And-
bring my equipment. We'll make it a music video.
Okay.
Let's go.
It'll be a real music
Fuck yeah,
video?
let's-
Oh my
fuck yeah, let's do
God.
it. And then if you get super rich and successful, I'm gonna coattail you. All right. I'll have a tambourine.
Fat Tom Hanks to my Elvis.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, I'm thinking more like pimp whore. So
Okay.
that'll
Whatever
be a
floats your
fun
boat.
relationship. So yeah, enough about. Well, anything else about Taylor Swift?
Well, the article I have that we have to do it now because we just talked about it. But the article
Oh, that's right. You have
talked
something.
about a professor who has a Taylor Swift class that she teaches,
What?
and this is actually where I discovered the whole her persona thing,
I can pull it
Yeah,
up.
this-
We can. Taylor Swift is peak millennial vibes.
which like makes me cringe because that doesn't sound like anything I would say.
So did you read this?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what this is
So-
about then.
Is this like an interview?
Because I
Yeah,
don't
it's
wanna
like an
read. Yeah, I
interview.
don't wanna
So
read.
scroll down a little bit, just like to right here. So full episode features this year interview. So Brittany Spanos, I think that's either the one that teaches this course on Taylor Swift at a university.
Professor Spanos.
Spanos. And it's either that or the other person, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's or Brittany Lewis. Your teach. Oh no, so it is Spanos because she's saying you're teaching a college class about Taylor Swift. I imagine a lot of your students are Gen Z. What's the Gen Z read on Taylor Swift? Did they have opinions about her before they came to your class? It's interesting, makes students. You can either look at her as extremely cringe and her music is kind of corny, or you can be like, I relate to this a lot, and this speaks to my soul. But I think they don't really understand the cultural history, the socio-political and cultural elements that molded Taylor as a millennial woman because they grew up after that. So she's talking about the Gen Z people.
Do you think
'Cause-
they knew she was a country singer first?
The Gen Z people?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Because
They
I
might not.
that is my biggest memory of Taylor Swift is the country singer.
Yeah,
like a
'cause
mouse,
that's
like a
when
mousy little
you
country
were a
singer.
kid when she was still
Yeah.
country.
But she was still popular. Like she was popular with all the country losers in high school.
Yeah.
So I just think of her like that mousy country singer,
Yeah.
and not what she is today. Yeah, she's kind of mousy, right? Not really. Back then, she wasn't really put together.
Yeah.
She was like a little kid, which I guess she was.
Well, even now, she still does the little kid aesthetic, which is what she talks about. She talks about how, like, normally when you become famous, you kind of get preserved as that, and you kind of carry that along with you. Like I read a book by the director Kevin Smith, and he said how Bruce Willis in a movie they made he would only give out references to like his off the cuff references would be from the 80s. He'd be like, oh, he's a Master Yoda kind of guy. And he'd be like, well, why don't you do something current? But it's like he became famous in the late 80s. So that's like where he is at in his brain still. So to him, he's like still diehard basically. Or like his brain is still like preserved back there.
Still John McClane.
Yeah, like that's what worked. So like with Taylor, it's like, well, Little Country Girl is what worked.
Yeah.
But then she's been able to take that Little Country Girl and kind of like mold it with the music that comes out.
She's forever the maiden.
Yeah, so she's always going to be the maiden, I'm the one who should have the boy, but I'm the dork. And it's like, well, you're not very dorky. You're doing 3 hours. You're like fit. You're a fit chick. Then the way she dresses also is like
Kinda
very
childish.
much like a kid in gymnastics.
Wow.
You know, like it's like tight. It's like tights.
Like onesies.
Yeah, like they're all onesies, and it's like, okay, like
Leotard.
is it hot? And then the debate of is this hot comes out, you know, and it's like, no, well, yeah.
It's not. It's sexless.
Yeah, but
right?
it's because she's giving off the like high school girl vibe.
She's giving off the maiden
vibes.
Yeah.
The maiden
Well-
vibe. So it's like, no, you have to be kind to it.
Isn't it because like her audience is still kids, so
And
she
so-
has to play to that?
Yeah, so
Well-
you're still playing to it, but it's interesting because like, and Ariana Grande has a kid audience too, but she's still talking about 69 and all this
That's
stuff.
true.
So it's
Well, I
like
was telling him the Taylor Swift. My people that I know that watched it was all ages. People that were my age, older than me, and then younger too. So I mean, she has fans.
I think that those fans started when they were young too, right?
Right.
yeah,
Right.
when they were a kid, and then this,
I think the argument is that she's not aging.
yeah, well, and then this
Yeah.
concert was specific for all those different generations too, because she promised to sing all those old songs,
Okay.
which is what in the debate I was like, well, she's promising to play those songs. It's not like she's only going to do the one song that you like because you were 12 when you listened to it. She's going to do like 3 from that album, and then when you were 15, and then 16, and then now, which is the music you're probably not going to like. So that was also like the promise. Like you could get all the generations in there for that. Whereas like I love Beyonce, but like she's not going to do all the music I remember.
Her tour right now is for her new album.
Yeah.
That's what she's singing, right? She may throw
Well-
in a few old hits here and
Yeah.
there.
Well, I would say with Beyonce, she does do a show where it's like almost 3 hours, so she'll fit in like all the,
Yeah.
even if it's like a medley
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
So she's the closest.
She'll put
she's
in like a
same
30-second transition of
Yeah.
like "Say My Name" or something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Which is Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
Not solo by Beyonce, but you know.
Yeah, but like the normal bands aren't going to cater to everybody.
Yeah,
like
traditionally
this.
that doesn't
Yeah.
happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sexless, I think, is a good
Yeah.
word. It's just very maiden.
yeah.
It's like the three like maiden, mother, and crone, like the three women. That's what
Yeah.
you are as a woman. And she doesn't have kids, right? Or is she
No.
married?
Oh, she does not. No.
Okay, so she like gets, as your audience ages with you, you start to sing about more mature topics instead of like the boy broke up with me.
Yeah.
And it's like, bitch, you're 36. You know, like start calling them men first of all. You know,
Yeah.
and second of all, like
Which
who
doesn't-
cares? Like
Well,
they, you know,
I have a thing because Blink-182, that
Yeah.
was their thing too, right? And now they're trying to
Forever.
not be that, and
Yeah.
then nobody cares.
Yeah.
about
And
the
it doesn't
music.
work.
They're
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
forever
And
high
so
school.
she
so it is kind of a
knows.
trap, I guess.
she knows she knows she has to keep doing this.
Yeah.
She
Again,
knows she has
I'm not
to.
hating on it because she's selling out arenas, so
Yeah,
people
exactly.
want to hear it. But it is interesting to see someone who's almost 40
Yeah.
sing about breaking up with boys.
Well, yeah, but like in my stand up, like she could be in an orgy, but in order to fit with her audience, she turns it into a football team.
Yeah.
You know?
She'd say like 2.5 Men. She'd
Yeah.
call it something like that.
She'd be like, "Oh, I'm dating 3 guys."
yeah.
Whoopie doo. But in real life, it's like, is that right?
But she's doing
Not
it
for
right. She's killing it.
She's killing
Good
it.
for her.
Yeah.
Blink-182, like they still sell tickets.
Well, they came back.
Yeah.
Who's there to hear the
But
news?
there's a bunch of.
I don't want to hear the new. I don't even know
That's
the new
true.
stuff.
Even though they have their album that came out in 2017, I think I actually liked that one, but I was like, let me listen to like Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. So that's really the better one.
Yeah.
And then you see them, when they're like, I'm guessing they're in their late 40s now, maybe early 50s, and they're like, what's my age again? You're like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you 50
Yeah,
now?
buddy likes you when you're 23. You're 53. So it's a little weird.
Yeah, there's that song "Aliens Exist" where it starts with "Hey, Mom." And yeah.
So I get it.
It'd almost be sad if they updated it. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Mom, from beyond the grave.
Nobody likes you when you're 46.
Yeah. That would be kind of funny if they kind of tweaked their lyrics a little bit to go with their age, but I don't know. But again, we're not hitting on Taylor. Good for you.
Yeah.
It's just an interesting experiment or thought experiment to think about,
Yeah, and then I had more jokes about it's like all these girls getting to do cosplay for the first time.
What do you mean?
Because they're dressing up like Taylor. So wearing the glittery dress
Oh, and
the gymnastics tights and the bracelets and the...
Also a weird Arrested Development observation was that a lot of the women, not girls, women that I follow went to these shows had on friendship bracelets.
Yeah.
That looks, and I saw one person do it, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then I saw multiple people doing that. I'm like, is this a thing to have like a Taylor Swift thing to make these like the bracelets you make at a summer camp and have best friends and wear them to a show? And I guess it is.
I only know because I've asked about it since I've looked at it because it's every single person.
Yeah.
I almost got some to do it as a bit on here, but then I'm like, that's still like too much for me.
Yeah, you'd have to go buy one
I have to go to
or make
Michael's
one. You'd have to make
them.
Yeah, people hand them out like they make their own and then just hand them to strangers at the concerts. And everything.
Yeah.
Again, a very juvenile thing.
Yeah, it's such a. I didn't do that as a kid.
No. I think I made the one we saw in your car. The three. You get like the three or four
little strands,
and then you turn it into a bracelet or something. But then you throw it away afterwards.
Yeah,
you
I'm not keeping that.
You don't wear it as your 35-year-old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my best friend. Like
that's where it's like it gets in like the Disney adult area where they're like
Arrested Development. It's all Arrested Development.
Man,
just some part of you stunted. Yes. I know, enough about Taylor Swift.
not the good stunted.
What's the good stunted?
Stunted.
Stunted.
Isn't that a
Stunting is like
stunt? Yeah, stunt.
Okay, back to millennial.
Millennial.
Well, this is Gen
Z.
Z terms. Stuntin'?
Yeah, it's like, being cool, being fly.
Stunting.
Like I have swag on me right now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how else to explain it. I don't know.
I get it.
It's Caesar. It's
Stunt. Caesar's more in touch with those kind of things than we are.
Yeah.
What did I have you teach? Riz?
Yeah.
So how are you in touch with the modern?
Well, I work with
stuff?
a lot of people that are younger.
He's in entertainment. Yeah.
But it's also it's also like the show that I do is about hip hop, and a lot of those terms come from like hip hop
Yeah.
or black culture as well.
Yeah.
So it's like easy to learn when
always
you're hearing it in the songs.
We're always appropriating black culture.
That's all we do.
That's the world.
Yeah,
That's
I
what we
don't know why.
do.
I don't know why that happens, but it does.
It's because it's better.
You said it, I didn't.
He thinks it's worse.
Oh.
No, I probably get to. It is better.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I do get jealous of a lot of them. They seem so much cooler than us.
True.
And they are. We're just dorks.
They don't even have to try.
They don't have to try. They're just effortlessly cool. Anyway, enough about Taylor Swift and the blacks. Let's move on to. Do you have anything else before we get on topics?
I think we're pretty good.
What did I
I think I just figured out the name of this episode.
What was it? I always forget.
Taylor Swift and the Blacks.
That'll get the clicks. And then we'll get plenty of hate. So it's fine. I had something about just hustling more often about, comedy and all that, but I don't want to talk about that because it's going to get preachy, I guess.
We're just doing it.
Yeah, just do more stuff. I'm not doing enough stuff these days.
Do it.
So
Yeah, all right, Hassan. I'll show you.
yeah, he's
guys.
writing music. He's doing open
Show
mics.
you.
I'm dealing with babies at home.
No.
But I don't want to talk about
You have a
that.
baby?
I do not have a baby.
Daddy
Just-
Marcus?
Uncle Marcus.
I'm Uncle
stuff.
Marcus, but the nephew is in the house now, and it's
no.
annoying. Got a car accident. Okay, let's go on to it.
There's an impression right there.
Yeah.
That's
What did I do? So we talked about Ariana Grande before. Here's a
Yeah.
little clip from H3, which I don't know if it might come after us for this.
Yeah, they maybe
we're
will
too-
like
we're-
it. We'll mention them.
This is
We're
our
too
next
We're
we're
fans.
too small. Yeah.
We're just
Let me
fans.
start this over because Ariana Grande, I don't really know all the tea and stuff, but I
Yeah.
guess she's hooking up with her
Co-star.
co-star
From the
who's-
new
who's
Wicked movie
SpongeBob.
coming out. Who was SpongeBob?
He's SpongeBob on the
Broadway
Broadway
show, yeah.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Which I heard there was some confusion online with people who don't watch cartoons. They're like, it's the voice of SpongeBob. This dude is not the voice of SpongeBob.
Or is not Tom Kenny?
Yeah, he's not Tom,
Tom
Kenny.
Kenny wishes.
Yeah, Tom Kenny wishes he was fucking Ariana Grande. He's not. He's like 60 years old, looks like a goofball. Which also so does this guy. So I think this was my reaction.
Yeah. They seemed very
Oh my
happy.
god.
When I saw him. I had
Later, aka
the same reaction when I saw
I'm
that.
still looking
That's
at
the
this
guy?
photo. I'm taking it in, and I'm not making any commentary, of course. I'm
Just taking it in.
Just taking it in.
Yeah, because like
happy.
this guy is. If you see his,
They seemed very
Oh my
happy.
God.
it's so jarring to just see his face right away because he's not. He may be a great guy. He's not the best looking guy.
He's
mean,
ugly.
he was great as
is it wrong to
SpongeBob.
say?
Well,
Yeah.
I was telling Clint.
kind of looks like.
I was,
does
I was
look like-
telling Clint. I muted it. He may just not photograph well,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But it is like
happened again.
you do see it, like, oh Jesus, he looks like
Skeleton.
looks kind of like,
Him?
kind of
Like really?
Yeah.
Come
it
on.
looks kind of like a corpse.
He's just bored.
She's like,
Maybe,
I'm
We're
gonna break
on
up our
set.
marriage.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
and we don't know anything. Maybe he's. I don't know. It was just that was just an interesting reaction because that was my
Maybe he has a big old pineapple. Who knows?
Dude,
Maybe,
that guy
yeah,
makes,
maybe he's got a massive dick and
Big old Eastern Island head.
that guy makes
Maybe
maybe
he's got-
Davidson look like a Ryan Gosling.
you know he's giving Ariana Grande his grande. We'll say.
Wow.
It's got to be the only explanation, right?
It's got to be it.
So, maybe. Okay, we can just move into.
We're no
topics.
scientists, but
You know, on The Office,
Yeah.
that episode with Hillary Swank, and they're like
Yeah.
trying to decide if she's hot or not, and Oscar pulls out like a flow chart or whatever, and it was like according to the angles of all this like
Yeah.
scientific stuff.
I love it.
I wonder what that would be for this guy.
Yeah, it's like
because
maybe
like
the hair is good hair. It's
I don't
orange though.
know.
It's red.
is a judge. Anyway, enough about this guy. So I saw this.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what is this
And I was-
chick?
This is crazy.
So yesterday, I don't know who the fuck this is, but yesterday there was a story about this little girl holding a ton of cash to her ear, that she was dead, and her name is Lil Tay, and I guess she's some kind of an influencer, or she's got like a YouTube page. I don't know.
So I could give you a little backstory.
Okay, so
She
he's
was
a
like
fan.
an influencer that would just go to her mom because her mom's a real estate agent. She would go have access to these like nice houses. She'd go there with like a bundle of cash and be like, "I got all this shit. You ain't got shit." And she was like 9 or 10 years old.
Okay.
And now 4 years later.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
okay. So this was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday there were like there was a story that she died, and it was like, oh, tragically, this girl and her brother passed away. Blah 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 blah. It's tragic. Nah, 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 nah. And then so like there were like serious news articles of reporting about it, and they're like, oh, thoughts and prayers, all that bullshit. Which no one gives thoughts and prayers. But then today, she's not dead.
She's not. Wow.
She said that she got hacked. She said that her Instagram or whatever is hacked, and that I'm alive and so was my brother. And I guess people have been calling her, her family, and like trying to figure out what's going on. She was like, "This is really traumatic," and it made me think that, like, what happened if I got hacked and someone said, "It's with great regret to inform you that Marcus has died."
Wow.
You know, thoughts and prayers. Like,
What do you think?
please don't bother his family at this trying time. And then just everyone blowing up either my phone or like my family's phone, like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, what would that feel like?
What do you think they'll say about you?
Well, nothing good.
Oh no!
It'd be
A lot of
like,
comments like good riddance.
exactly. If it was on,
It's about time.
if we were to post that on like our page, it'd be like, well, at least he's finally stopped talking. I don't know. I probably find some way to make it fun. Or I'd probably get a kick out of it. Like, who would hack me to say that I'm dead? Like, who would do that?
Well, that happens in the TV show Dave,
Oh, yeah?
the Little Dicky show. So Andrew Santino plays his manager and friend, and Santino basically says, because they're like out in the middle of nowhere because their van blows up. So someone drives by and takes a picture of his like sex toy body double thing that has like it looks like him a little bit.
Santino
And they thought
or
it was
Dave?
no, just people driving by see the van that's all destroyed.
Okay.
So they think Little Dicky is dead.
A little Dicky, that's what I meant. Yeah.
And so they think Little Dicky is dead. And they finally get to like a diner because they've been walking through the desert. And Andrew Santino's character is like, maybe we don't say anything yet. Because as news was coming in, people were saying all this nice stuff about him.
Oh.
Like,
yeah.
so he was suddenly way more popular dead than he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
And so like his dream happens where like Drake says something.
Oh.
And so he's like, how many days could I stay dead?
Oh.
How much longer could I do this?
Yeah, I don't know what anyone would. What do you think people would say about you?
I don't know. I mean, you should probably
that-
he got me through a lot of tough times, but he always seemed a little sad.
Yeah, or just no one says anything.
It's just nothing like,
Oh,
well,
he was
yeah.
still around?
I guess he
I didn't know he was still alive in the first place.
I guess it got to him.
That's
Yeah.
what people say about Lil Tay when they. Oh, yeah.
Well, she was only dead for
Oh,
a
yeah.
day, so
She's
I mean,
what, 15, 12?
the reaction was
She was
just, oh, she
14.
was still around.
yeah, because I guess she didn't do anything for 2 years. I'm like, oh, that's sad. The little girl's dead, but I didn't do. She's been gone for a long time. All right, so the Beyonce story I talked about earlier. People are not happy about Beyonce reportedly selling listening only tickets to her Renaissance tour for $157. So you can confirm this when you go. But apparently, at some of the venues, there's seats behind the stage.
What?
So you can't see what's going on. You can't see her. You can't see whatever, like whatever she does. So they're only selling them for $157. And first of all, why are there seats behind a stage? Doesn't make any sense.
Well, if it's in the round.
But if it's in the
There's an
round,
arena,
you
there's
think you
gonna
wouldn't
be
have like a
the
big
center,
screen.
yeah.
You're playing to the round. So I don't. This didn't say if it was a round or not, but I'm assuming it's not. But I guess people are not happy about that.
Damn, I only paid $75, so I hope I can see her when I
Oh,
go.
Seats are sitting behind the stage.
Like in the parking lot.
Yeah, he don't even let you in. Like, oh, you didn't know these are listening only tickets?
Yeah, these are not even listening. These are like paraphrased.
Yeah, I don't know if people are mad about it. They're going to still buy the tickets.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be selling. But I thought it was interesting that you would sell. Look at her face. I thought it'd be interesting that you would sell.
She's like, that's right. I'm
Yeah,
selling
she's
you
like,
for
That's right.
You're still going to buy them,
bitch.
pores. Yeah, you fucking pores. It is interesting. You know, I get it. Like you're going to make money. People are going to buy them, but also, I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Seems like a venue thing, but at the same time, like
Yeah.
she'd have to okay it. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'd have to say like, do you want this seating, or like maybe this can be a break area for the dance? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. So yeah, it's interesting. Would you go to a show for a listening only ticket for Beyonce?
I mean, not if I knew people got $75 tickets to see her.
To see her from the front?
I mean, I'm going to say it. I'd rather see her from the front.
Yeah.
Well, you'd rather see her. You're not
Yeah.
seeing anything
I mean-
from these seats, according to this.
Just to be like, they're just willing to be just in her presence, sort of.
I
Yeah,
guess.
in the building. It's
In the
Beyonce.
building.
Might as well just work the venue.
Yeah, volunteer. That's true.
Yeah, just
All
work
the-
Just get hired.
the
for
show.
Live
The
Nation.
staff all gets a free show.
Yeah.
That's actually a
fine.
good
Yeah.
workaround
Yeah.
to seeing shows like
Mhm.
just I don't know if they're
work
paid
it.
or
Yeah,
volunteers or
What
what.
Some
happened,
drinks.
a couple years ago, there was a concert put on by Travis Scott, a rapper. It's called Astroworld. And a lot of security guards got the job just to
Just
be able to go to
for
the
it.
concert, and they
Yeah.
said fuck it and just started partying, and then
Yeah.
a lot of people died.
Oh, that's
that's
for that
the-
one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So apparently people have had that idea, and it backfired. When I saw Nelly a couple weeks ago, there was one of the security guys was just like chilling watching the show. Just like, whatever. We're in fucking Paso. No one's gonna rush the stage here.
Yeah.
I get it. But yeah, interesting. I didn't know that was the thing. Listening
Yeah.
only tickets, but I guess so.
That's rough.
What else did I pull today? Oh, this one.
Ooh.
I just
Ooh.
thought, look, I don't know how this happens. So crashed into the second story of a house, and I didn't really want to read about it, but The video is the aftermath too. It's
Yeah,
not
you don't
what-
see the
you
car,
don't see what happened because did they hit like a Mario
How
Kart
do you
ramp
do
and
that?
get up? I
Yeah.
don't know how you get onto the second floor. Because you see this happen
Man,
sometimes. Like, how did you get the car up on the second floor
how
like
did he even
that?
do that?
And then I thought, imagine being in that bedroom
Yeah.
and you're just fucking cranking it in there, and you're like, oh no, I'm about to come, and then a car crashes through the wall. What would that do?
You would think that God is real and you
Yeah,
are
you're like-
sinning.
yeah,
You're a sinner.
like, do you finish?
You're like, okay, God, I guess.
say you're like that
Guess I gotta
far.
never do this again.
You're that far in. You're like, well, I'm almost there. So, like, what do you do?
I have a story that happened in Orange County with the video of the car crashing. If you want me to send it to you.
Sure,
Oh my
let's see.
God.
Yeah, it's interesting.
This was
though.
in Orange County?
This was in Santa Ana, yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
hometown.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Here's
I feel like there was another thing in Santa Ana a couple years ago about a car going into a second floor.
yeah.
Are you-
That's the video, and then I'll send you the.
Are you
stories.
texting or AirDrive?
I'm texting it.
Oh, okay. Oops. Don't want you guys reading my texts.
Who's? Oh, never mind. Let's
Video showing the moments before this.
I think. Oh, this is what I was talking about. I saw this one
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
I mean, it's on the second story here. Well, surveillance video shows the car just missing another car right there, and then goes over the catching air.
That's Fast
There's a
Furious
bus
right there.
That was-
just whizzes by afterwards.
Whoa.
A hotel
Jeez.
next door to the office, but witnesses say the driver was
Man.
speeding. Investigators are looking into whether drugs or alcohol played a factor here. One person in that car was fine.
Oh.
The other has minor injuries from a small fire.
They
that
survived
broke out,
it.
but both
from a fire that broke
Well,
out.
it looked like the car's
Watch
mostly
that bus
intact.
that
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
by right after. Watch.
Yeah.
Here comes a bus right there.
He's on a deadline. He
Damn.
can't stop.
People on that bus at the time too. Just crazy.
So
Oh,
lucky.
They're lucky to be alive. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I guess. Whatever. Crazy people.
We're not lucky they're alive. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still on the road.
We're going to get back out there.
Not to go back to Barbie, but it made $1 billion. I just wanted to point that out.
Here it is.
So
I think it's going to be at the tour now at WB.
Oh yeah.
I think I saw the costumes
did
from
they?
the post.
Okay. Did they film anything there?
I don't know. Maybe.
'Cause, if they had
Let's
some of those
see it.
sets, I'd like to go.
They have they brought in the costumes because that's easy to do.
Yeah. Because if they did have those, the sets looked cool. I have a feeling they're gonna be nominated for some kind of award for set design.
I think
or
so. 'cause
Something.
It was very.
It was cool.
Old school cinema.
Yeah, and when they do that, the traveling scene where they're
Yeah.
like walking and they're biking and they're flying, that was pretty cool.
Oh, they filmed it at the Leavesden Studios in England.
Oh,
So the WB in England where they did Harry
the
Potter.
Harry Potter, yeah. But yeah, I made $1 billion, so
Man,
still going strong. People still watching the Barbie movie.
man, women are running the economy.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift and
It's
Barbies.
happened.
Shout out, my friend Danica did a Barbie review, and it's
Ooh.
nice. Oh shit, it's very insightful. It's very based, so
Mhm.
nice middle path review you guys should
Nice.
listen to.
Danica.
But yeah, so this one, a woman with a peanut allergy, I'm gonna assume she's a Karen, bought every bag of peanuts on this plane, so she wouldn't have an allergic reaction.
Wow. How much
So
is that?
it was like $185, so
Oh.
nothing crazy, but she, I guess, Leah Williams is this Karen's name.
Yeah, it's white girl.
And I guess she has a severe nut allergy, which I'm going to comment on that in a second. It's not what you think.
I don't know what he's gonna
She's
say.
allergic to severe nut, so don't get too worked up. Don't come on her face.
Oh my god.
Anyway, she I guess she told the flight attendants to make an announcement over the thing, like letting people know that I'm allergic to peanuts, so don't open a bag of peanuts around me. Which I guess you just have to tell the people next to you, not the entire plane. And
Yeah.
when they were like, no, we're not doing that, she bought all the peanuts and threw a little bitch fit and was like, I think she says she may be suing them. And
look at
her
that.
reasoning, I should have highlighted it, but her reasoning is like, I hope this opens people's eyes about peanut allergies and how severe they can be. And okay, just don't eat the peanuts on the plane. And if you really are that worried about it, if you're in the middle seat or wherever, tell the people next to you, hey, do you guys mind not consuming any peanuts next to me? Because I have a very severe allergy. If it's in the air, I'm going to die. Well, they think it's anaphylactic shock, what it's called.
Man.
But no, she bought all the planes and then decided to be a bitch and sue them or whatever.
Like
Which
even
is crazy.
Like there was a point where schools were really serious about it, but now it's like,
The thing about the nut allergy, from what because was always like allergic to peanuts. I think that's a thing, and it's such a big deal that. Okay, I've worked in restaurants a long time. Okay, there's been cross contamination with nuts. There's been nuts inside food, and people will tell me, "Oh, I have a peanut allergy. I can't have this." I'm like, "All right, whatever." And just letting you know, this happens all the time. Sometimes those peanuts go out on that food, and they're perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes, like it'll be like full nut. Speaking of masturbating in the bedroom, it'll be full nut on these food items, and they'll consume them, and they're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So there's part of me where like this isn't real, or it's not as severe as you may think it is. But then you hear like this where she's going into anaphylactic shock. I'm like, how? Like, unless I don't know how they find that in somebody, and why is it so severe?
Why
with
is she
nuts?
wearing like some kind of body
Badge?
mask, some kind of block shield?
There's that thing about allergies where they're like, because like a lot of foreign countries they don't have allergies like this. It's like if you just give it to them, they get over it. Like when they're young, like you just. Like I can say for myself, I'm allergic to animals. And when I'm not around cats and dogs for like months and months or years at a time, as soon as I get around them again, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But when I'm around like my dog every day, I really don't, there's nothing. Unless like rub my face in him, or which I don't do that. Or if I'm giving him like a lot of scratches and I like rub my nose a little bit.
Yeah.
So there is that kind of exposure remedy, I guess, where like just give them the thing that they can't have and then like little by little. I'm not saying shove a bunch of peanuts down this lady's throat, but like maybe grind up some peanuts in something, like a peanut crusted salmon or something, and maybe it'll go away.
Yeah, just think of The Princess Bride.
That's not what I was.
The poison.
Okay,
that's where my brain goes. Well, I built an immunity to iocane powder.
Oh, yeah, okay. I think it's real for some people and some. It
might be. There was.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a doctor. Can you tell?
What? You're not a doctor?
Dr. Marcus?
Sorry to break it to you guys.
What?
I'm not a doctor. This was interesting. Family sues funeral home after accidentally cremating a woman's body.
Oh,
What?
no.
She's alive?
So this woman died, and then say you show up a few days later for like you have to go to the wake or whatever. Like, hey, we're here for the body, and they're like, oh, we burned it. And you're like, you burned it?
Mm-hmm.
How does that paperwork get mixed up?
Oh,
That's interesting. And then there's like, that's reacting. Like, oopsie.
What do we do? Like our jobs, we could mess up and it's not a big deal, but the guests will make a big deal about it.
Yeah.
But like, that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we can't fix that.
What can we do?
We'll offer you a free one next time somebody dies.
The next dead body, you get that one.
Next dead body you guys bring in, it's half off.
Yeah. Especially if she looks close.
And if you use this particular morgue, whatever, you get a deal. I don't have much to say about that, but I thought it was kind of interesting. This is my last one today. Indiana woman, mother of two, dies from drinking too much water.
Oh, I heard.
about
Yeah,
that, yeah.
I heard about this one.
Yeah,
from,
so this lady, I don't know if it says what was wrong with her, but she just could not quench her thirst for whatever reason, and she drank 4 bottles of water. She drank half a gallon of water in minutes, and it killed her.
Oof.
I was like, that's kind of embarrassing.
I know. It's like,
Yeah.
it's the saddest.
It's like,
when I choke on water, I feel embarrassed.
Yeah, and we're all
how am I doing this?
we're all told like drink more water, drink more, and this lady drank more water, and it killed her.
And she died. Well, why did we listen to them?
That's so weird.
Yeah, it was. I think they called it water shock,
Water toxicity.
water toxicity. That's what it was.
Yeah, I guess because if maybe you could drink 4 bottles of water, but like in the span of like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
That is a lot of water to drink. Just one
that is
after
a lot.
another. So be careful, guys. Don't waterboard yourself.
Ooh.
So I guess you can't be too hydrated. So that's all I have for today. Unless you've got anything else, I guess we
You
can
pull
end
up
on
that
that.
video of the playing with the puppy or some shit, so we can.
Playing with the puppy.
No, I'm just saying, like, let's go out on something positive.
To end it on something big,
positive,
on good,
too.
something good. Yeah, you got anything good? You damn demon man. Jeez.
No.
Dread. Dread.
Demon man.
This is just dread.
I'm working on getting the demon guy on the show.
Demon guy. Oh no,
From last
not
week.
that guy. I can't even look at him.
Oh, yeah. I'll look at him. Here, bring him in here. I'd love to
Let
talk
Marcus
to him.
do it. We'll see.
I'm sure he's got a very interesting story. So I guess we can wrap it up on that today. Clint, I look forward to seeing more of your stand-up.
Yeah,
hopefully,
I got
hopefully you'll
some-
go this week too, or next week.
Got some notes now.
Yeah,
From
or
watching
was,
it here.
you just got to keep getting up there.
Mhm.
You'll learn.
Man, wow.
Yeah. So I guess that's it. You have your homework about writing your song. So
Oh, I'm
I'll
ready.
give you a few weeks to get that together.
Their song is the Simon Scream Door.
Dang.
Sneaking out late. He has no idea.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know either.
Feels like one of those nights. We just the whole singing Caesar.
We're
I
not.
just know the catchy parts.
Okay.
We're not Taylor Swift fans in here.
All right. Well, I don't know about you.
Two of the three of us are not Taylor Swift fans in here. So,
But I know you were trouble when you walked in.
Okay.
Caesar, give us your stuff so we can end this.
You can follow me at I am Caesar Rod. You can follow the other show that I do with my wife Carla at Carla and Caesar's Modern Life. We just dropped a new episode of that. And the other show that I do, the Rodriguez Show. And also, if you want me to produce a podcast for you, Rodriguez Podcast at Rodriguez Podcast.
Sweet. At the _Clint show. And let's go do it.
Let's go do those open mics. Uncle 2 _ Marcus, the 30s pod. The last reel we did is doing good.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. Yeah, 30s pod on Instagram, YouTube, all the things. Thank you for being here. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you. Goodbye, Swifties.
Bye bye. No. Don't anger the Swifties.